use a 1 inch equals a foot scale. Okay, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set my compass up to 3 feet. Which is going to be half of our 6 foot total span for this bay window. It's going to be a true bay window. So there I've got my compass set up to 3 feet. And from my midpoint, which I have marked here, I'm going to put an arc on both sides, creating our 6 foot span. Then what I'm going to do is from those points, I'm going to create a rectangle of sorts to start by drawing a parallel line out that same 3 feet. So I construct my parallel line. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a perpendicular at this point, at my midpoint. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going to create half of my total octagon square for my bay window, or 2 smaller squares. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw my arc and then just step off of that twice. And then create my bisection of those 2 points, which allows me to draw out my midpoint. Now with that same half span in mind, so setting my compass up at my midpoint and then adjusting to that 3 foot radius, I'm going to draw from this upper point a couple parallel lines to that midpoint. And this here will give me my 2 squares. Draw up the second one. And now I have 2 squares laid out. Now for the next step here, we're going to basically go back to one of the previous videos that we did. I'll use green for this. Is I want to set up my radius from the corner to this center point. So from this corner point to my center point. And then I'm going to draw a little bigger. I'm going to draw in that arch, and then from this corner draw in this arch. Now that distance there from here to here is the length of the side, right? So now I just need to do the verticals so I can adjust the side to be coming off the building. And to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to set my radius up to half of a side length. So right there, half of a side length. And I'm just going to come down here and just draw myself 2 arcs, which will be my parallel lines. That one didn't work out so well. Let's just redraw that, and there we go. And that will be my parallel lines that I draw down from the top. There's 1, and there's 2. Now, Getting close to the end here. All I need to do is set up my radius to the side length. So there I'm set up to the side length. And the only thing I need to do now is copy this side length up to those vertical lines from each of the ends of my window. Okay. And then I can take my final measurements, or my final lines, and connect them up through. One more in the center here. And there we have a perfect three sides of our octagons forming a bay window.